The immune system is the shadow of the mind. If you get good news, your natural killer cells, your gamma interferon, everything will be high. If you get bad news, or you're afraid, or you're angry, or you're sad, or you're regretful, your immune system will go in the opposite direction. Here's the problem. Thinking is not a voluntary process. You don't decide to think. Thinking happens. All right? And so it's not a doing, it's a happening. And 90% of thoughts are subconscious, meaning you don't know what you're telling yourself. But we do know that 80% of human thinking is negative. So we can rest assured that our poor immune system is being dragged like behind a car all day, because we're always going into fear and we're going into anger and all the stuff we go into. So we have to learn to shut it up, because you can't control the content of your mind. And the way to shut it up is, if you pray, is to, after you pray, instead of being so rude and getting up and walking away, try listening for a few minutes to God. I recommend that you pray 5 times a day, and just short prayers, just checking in, hello, thank you for everything, and blah, blah, blah. And when you're listening 100%, you're not thinking. So in order for you to listen to a song, you're listening to the song and you're not thinking. If you're thinking, that means it's an old song, you don't care about it much anymore. It's like reading. If you're reading a book and your mind is wandering, you're not reading. But when you're truly reading a book, you're gone. You're not in the room sitting on that chair, right? That's truly listening with your eyes. So, but when you're listening to God, your mind is blank. And when your mind is blank, the divinity comes through and you'll find yourself in bliss. And when we measure it, we find that natural killer cells are high. And it's called psychoneuroimmunology. Okay, and so the way this happens is, where is God in your body? Well, if you remember back from Genesis 2, God picked up the earth, and earth in Hebrew is Adam. So he picked up Adam and he breathed into the nostril and it had life. And that was it. And it was the holy breath of God that animates the flesh. And it's not until when I'm in the hospital for me to write on the death certificate the time of death, it's when the person, again, they breathe out their final breath.